What is the difference between static class and singleton pattern in .NET?
Sure, I'd be happy to explain the difference between a static class and the singleton pattern. From my experience, I see a static class as something that provides a set of utility functions or helpers. For instance, in one of my earlier projects, we had a static utility class for common string validations. Things like trimming, formatting, or checking for nulls. We didn't need to create an object. We just called the methods directly. That's the key. Static classes can't be instantiated and everything inside them is static. They load once and remain in memory throughout the application's life. On the other hand, a singleton is more like a smart object manager. It's a design pattern I've used when I needed to maintain a single shared instance of a class across the entire application, especially in cases like logging or application configuration. For example, in one logging module I worked on, we needed to ensure that all parts of the application were writing to the same logger instance. That's where singleton came in. Now, unlike static classes, singleton classes can implement interfaces and even inherit from other classes, which gives them much more flexibility. I remember during a redesign phase, we moved from static loggers to singleton-based ones so that we could abstract them and easily switch between different logging providers during testing. Another important point I shared during my previous interview is about thread safety. In high concurrency applications, if we don't implement the singleton carefully, multiple threads might accidentally create more than one instance. That's why we usually go with lazy initialization or locking mechanisms to keep it safe. So, in summary, I'd say static classes are great for simple, stateless helpers, while singletons are ideal when we need to share a single configurable instance across the application, with more control over its lifecycle and behavior.